guys have saw the remix, now meet the original. Here today with Wesley Gray from Caldwell County, 1995, 160-pound state champion. Sir, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Now, we got your son's answer. He said that Dad got us into it. So what got you into wrestling?
I really don't know. I think there was a bunch of Walls that was in Caldwell County at the time, because when I first started, Dennis Walls was coaching at Caldwell County. Mm-hmm. And then I'm assuming me and Jason was close friends, you know, back in 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. And
right.
Just kind of took off from there, you know, which Dennis ended up being Union County, I think, my 7th grade year. And Jason, he hung around at Caldwell for another year, and then he eventually went to Union County as well. But, and the rest is history after that. The rest is history.
So let's kind of go over your state tournament run here. 1993, 5th place, 140 pounds. 1994, 3rd place, 152 pounds. So 3rd, 5th, and of course you win it, but you're progressively finishing with an odd number, which is good.
Yeah, right.
Which means you're winning the placement matches that matter. So before we go any farther, we are going to go over your bracket. We're going to go over the paper, and then we're going to show something really cool. The first round, you're wrestling Pat Glasser from St. Xavier. It does not have how you win. Do you remember how you win that match?
I wrestled him twice, and I pinned him once, and I tech fought him once, but I don't remember which one it was.
All right. Well, the main thing is you won. The quarterfinals, you wrestle Eric Jewell from Sheldon Clark, and you win that by a 7-1 decision. In the semis, you're wrestling Chris Richardson from Simon Kenton. You win that by a 7-3 decision. It's got your record at 45-0. So perfect.
So far.
So far. So far. And in the finals, you're wrestling Alex. Help me with the last name.
I would say Stiebling.
Steve, that's S-T-I-E-B-L-I-N-G. We're not trying to mispronounce your name. It's not a name that I'm not familiar with. Alex Stiebling from Louisville Trinity, and it's got his record at 33-4. Had you wrestled him before?
No, he was at Evansville Modern Day tournament, but he finished behind me, but I didn't ever really pay much attention to him. That's
fine. Now, of course, when you win a wrestling tournament, you get a bracket, and you have your original 1995 state tournament bracket. Let me get a good photo of that here. Good shot. All these years later, man, in a wonderful frame. I'm sure this is hanging somewhere in your house or man cave.
It was.
It was.
But I got you. I'm what, 25, 30 years old now. So.
Yeah. Almost. Was it 27 years old? 28, going on 28 years. Right. But I mean, it's amazing. There's several people that keep their brackets, especially from this era. Such a great design, just a classic look to it. 1995 32nd annual KHSAA State Wrestling Tournament. And I mean, when your name's on that championship line, man.
I think it's the only one I've kept at all these years.
Really? We'll set it down.
Kept all my medals, but I ain't keep none of the brackets for whatever reason.
Now, this is 1995. You said you've seen your video. Did somebody like from Caldwell County film it? Did you buy the KHSAA version? Do you remember?
We always had like managers and whatnot.
Okay.
They filmed all of our stuff, and then back then on Sundays we'd always go to Coach Mickey Walls' house and watch everything.
I got you.
Critique every bit of it. Try to anyhow.
And people don't realize how important film study is.
Sure.
I mean, they really just don't understand how important film study can be for improvement of your game. And see yourself on like, well, my shot was terrible. I mean, what am I doing with this move? But
you learn a lot.
We're going to get our TV set, and we're going to bring your son up, let him, because he's never seen it. And this has the introductions, the match, and the medal ceremony.
Right.
So we're going to get our TV set. We'll see you guys at Atherton Gym, 1995. Let's go. All right, guys, we're at Louisville Atherton Gym. Dylan has joined us. Never one time seen it. Now, the thing about 1995 is this is the last year at Atherton, but Western Kentucky was representing in the state finals. You had Livingston Merritt, Miguel Merritt, Hank Penner, you had Sean Smith, you had Grady.
And Rodney
Hawkins. And what was the heavyweight's name?
Stevie Mason.
Stevie Mason. All in the finals. All from the same district.
Right.
That might be a record as far as in the district. Now, we know Union County has, had so many, probably the whole team one time I believe in the finals. And hyperbole, I'm saying that. But as far as being when it was district, 8 people from the same district might be a record. We have to do some research on that. But that's an amazing accomplishment. Now, I'm excited for your son to get to watch this all these years later. Finally get to watch Dad wrestle. Let's go.
I still got that in them shoes.
Do you really?
Yeah. Probably dry rotted by now.
All right, so right out of the gate you get a takedown. So it's the remix and the original right out of the gate. Within 10 seconds, both got a takedown. There you go for a tilt. 2, 3. Good. So right out of the gate, man, you're up 4-0 without even really trying.
It was more, I don't know, my senior year, 45-0. Mm-hmm. I knew he'd finished behind me. One tournament I know of was when him hurt and get off the match, what I was trying to do.
Right.
Then I got sluggish here in a little while, but it didn't matter when it was all said and done. And that was back in the day when you could figure full head.
Yep.
And I would try it.
1985 most outstanding wrestler from Hopkinsville, Eddie Persons, he actually gets a pin with a figure 4 on the head.
Right.
Yeah, of course, nowadays that's a
illegal
illegal move.
He was pretty tall too. That kid there was
he?
Both pretty slender.
Mm-hmm. Potentially dangerous. Now, who's in your corner here? Do you remember?
Mickey Walls and Will Brown, I believe.
Okay. Now, you can hear the Trinity fans, student section, all that. Did you guys have a big contingent from Caldwell?
Oh, yeah, we did.
And I'd have to imagine, though.
We had 4 placed that year.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd have to imagine that the other Western Kentucky guys, are they locking hands right there?
Yes. See, it was. That's why I was, kind of tatered over it.
I would have to imagine that the other Western Kentucky guys are cheering for you as well.
Oh, they were. There before it was over with, Union County had Matt Mays back in, and they was over cheering for me too. Which Dennis was there, and Dennis did coach me for a few years, so it's kind of mutual all the way around. Kind of like you saying before, a lot of respect from all schools.
But you're trying to set up a cradle right there?
Crossface cradle.
Yep. There you go. Pull that butcher through.
They used to do this pretty good, as bad as anybody, but
I don't think you got any near fall there. End of the period. All right. What do you think so far, man?
It's weird.
Uh-oh. is. There it is. I don't see him getting away from you right there.
Yeah, I don't know if the match wasn't that points-wise, wasn't that far apart, but it was pure domination for the whole match. You know, here in a little while, that's why I said I don't know if I just took cruise mode or what. I say dominated this from there to the beginning anyway. I'd like to set up a crossface cradle throwing legs in. That's how I used to do it. That's where I started goofing. Arm came out then.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
This is not where I want to be.
I did that once on Rodney Hawkins, and he made me pay for it. He was so much stronger.
Now, were you a natural 160, get to cut a lot of weight?
Yeah, I wasn't natural, by no means.
Right. Well, I mean, like, I don't say natural, like, is that like a comfortable weight or?
Oh, yeah. I say that. That's what I was telling them back in the days. If you come in on Monday and you wouldn't be 10 or 12 pounds over, that was a good week.
You know, weight cutting back then was a whole lot different animal.
Just like anything else, once you get it down there and you get it stabilized, it was pretty easy. That first month and a half of practice, that's where it killed you.
Yeah.
Or it seemed like it did anyway.
And he's really not tried anything offensive. Ooh. Everything that it appears he's done is being just simply reactive off of you.
That's why I say he didn't do a whole lot. That's what it's hard to wrestle somebody like you that's decent too. Decent, good. I mean, he's in the state finals, so.
There it is.
It's probably the first move he's doing that I can remember. That's 25 years ago.
So yeah, another easy
takedown.
Another easy takedown. Just a little
duck under, basically.
Yeah, basically just a weak one, and it worked.
Right.
I mean,
but he started coming in aggressive. Just drop your level.
Now, is this your corner right here?
No.
Outside? Okay. That's right. That's now saw the Trinity shirt. So you look over at your corner. Oh, that's Ellenbrand. Ken Ellenbrand in the corner there. Okay. From Trinity. So you take neutral.
Yeah.
Is that a coaching? Just look over and say.
I'm better on my feet than I was anywhere, but I guess because I don't know why Mickey did that. But, and it may be me. He may have told me to do it.
Right.
So this is where it gets sloppy for some reason.
Split the middle. Now he locks the head right there. I was going to ask you, was that not a penalty back then?
It is.
Okay, just didn't call it?
Right.
Okay.
Especially not in the bend of his knee. But, I mean.
Right. When I was cutting this video down, I saw that and I was like, I need to ask him when that situation comes up.
I mean, if it wasn't in the bend of your knee, it's illegal. If it hit your calf, that's when it just went garbage. So he was so long. I liked the Peterson too, but he was so doggone long, I couldn't do much with it. And there, I think it's here in a minute. I just say the heck with it. Tired of being down there. But it's one of them. It's winning by a little bit.
Yeah. Now it's like he's trying like a banana split or something right there.
So a lot of people say when you put your legs in, don't reach back. I'd reach back in a second. It didn't scare me to reach back. People ride legs on me. I was comfortable with it, so I never got scared of it.
Right. He's trying like a bar. Did you feel like, okay, he might be taking me over? Just, okay.
No, not then. That would probably, this cradle probably worried me more than anything, but the leverage, you get your leverage out there, it ain't gonna bother you.
Yeah.
That's why I reach back and try to grab that leg. Because it'll set yourself up for Peterson.
There you go, get the head out.
Yeah.
There it is. Reversal. You look over at the corner.
That the clock, I think it was back up.
Oh, was it? Okay.
It's back in. I may have looked at the corner too.
Cut him. That's the end. So, final score 8-5.
Yeah.
Over in shape. Coach Ellenbrands. I'm not sure who the other guy is, but who's this?
That's Tulu.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, we all grew up together.
Right.
So I mean, we knew everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Them steps back in went to 3 foot tall.
Yep. There you are, man, coming up on top of that podium. Now, that same exact medal that you have and the same exact bracket you were just handed, that's the bracket. And you have your original 1995 medal, man. Absolutely beautiful. You guys will see a good photo of that. The ribbon, the medal itself, the bracket, all in absolute, just pristine condition. All these years later, state champion, 160 pounds, 1995. Till you go off at the screen, I keep it going. So, Dylan, I got to ask, man, what do you think about Dad?
It was pretty cool. We look a whole lot alike, so.
Your hair is a little blonder.
Yeah.
Just about it.
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
It was like a time machine.
Yep, absolutely. That's one of the reasons I love doing this. So, did it play out the way you remembered?
Yeah. To me, it did. It's just because I've seen it before, but
Right.
it's kind of same difference. I heard somebody else say it too. When it's your senior year, you're 45-0. I was ranked #1 all year long. It was just hurry and get this over with and be done with it. That's Then I coached for another 20 years until he come through. And I ain't gonna say I coached 100% of the time,
Right.
but just stayed with it. And there you are.
Well, that's like, man, I'm glad to get both you guys on the channel and, be have that father-son combination. And, I'm sure there's a lot of family that's not got to see you wrestle, because chances are, if you just wasn't in the gym, you probably didn't get to see somebody. And nowadays, I would say most of the tapes come out on VHS. You can't even hardly find I had to go to borrow my mom and dad's old VHS or VCR just to start converting tapes.
Right.
And you show kids nowadays a VHS tape, like, what is this? What?
Nobody knows what it is.
Did this fall out of the sky? What are we looking at here? But man, thank you for both you guys for being here. Anything to wrap this one up?
No, thank you. I think it's wonderful.
Awesome, man.
We watched pretty well. Or I watched pretty well all of them. And some kids I didn't even know, and the older ones I didn't. Jim Perrin, when I watched him, I remember when he coached at Christian County.
Right. Yep.
No, it's a good deal.
Oh, like I said, man, thank you guys for being here. Well, that's all we got for our Caldwell connection today. Now, of course, Caldwell now's got some love on the channel. You guys, Dave Ritchie, Gary Dooley from 1977, and if you guys have video footage that I don't, you guys are seeing the list of what I do have, please send it to me. We'd be more than happy to, get it, convert it, send it back to you. As long as we get it. I've got 29 of the 59 years so far. My goal is to have 59 of the 59 years. I want every single match I can possibly get my hands on from the state finals, just so we know it's in a safe place and it will be used for videos like this and be able to share Kentucky wrestling history and show the world, hey, our state champions, our state runner-ups are as good as anybody in the nation. I don't care what anybody says. So that's all I got. Caldwell County, Princeton, you guys be easy. We'll see you guys on the mats.